Day 8 of NaNoWriMo, week 2. Let's write 1,667 words because I just finished work. I need to go to bed and I don't feel like writing, but I'm going to do it because it's NaNoWriMo. So we're technically day 8 now, and I need to go to bed. But for day 7 and technically the beginnings of day 8, I wrote 1,551 words, which is shy of 1667, but I'm still very happy with what I wrote. And I am on a new chapter, which is always a good segue of things. I don't know if you can see that. Chapter 18. And now I'm at... this is so hard for me to see. But I'm at total 14,821. I know I'm so close to 15,000, like less than 200 words, and I then hit more than the 1667 for today, or technically yesterday, but that's not happening. Starting a new chapter, I want to start fresh tomorrow, so that's the plan, and I'm hoping to do most of my writing tomorrow before I go into work. We'll see how that goes. This is getting tough. Week 2, I started feeling it at the end of week 1. I felt good when I started it tonight, but I wanted to write earlier today before I went into work, and I was like, nope, not happening. I edited my video instead, so I mean, that's still good. But yeah, it's starting to get a little bit tougher, but I was like, no, I'm still doing the NaNoWriMo, so I'm going to do it, and I wrote quite a bit, so I'm happy with that. We'll see you all tomorrow. Day 9 of NaNoWriMo, week 2. It is currently 12:14 p.m., which means that I have 2 hours and 15 minutes to write before I have to start getting ready for work. And I actually kind of want to write today, as opposed to the past 2 days, which were just like a little bit of a chore. I find that when I'm wanting to write before work in the evening and having my coffee, which helps so much. Also, I don't know if you're able to see it, but I kind of saw it. I don't know if it's going to show. But you see steam rising. And there's just something about a nice warm coffee that warms your soul and makes you feel so good. So I think that's kind of a little bit of my motivation is stemming from this. But yeah, I'm more so in the mood to write right now. Although it's weird because for the past 2 days I knew exactly what was I had to write, and I know what I have to write for the next chapter. Well, I have just a vague idea of like point A to point B, and I need to figure out how to get to those 2 points. So it's going to be interesting. I want to write today, but it's going to be a little bit harder than it was for the past 2 days when I didn't want to write necessarily. But I knew exactly what I had to write. I'm still enjoying every time. Once I start writing, I think for the most part I'm enjoying it very much because I'm like, oh, this is cool, this is awesome, and then I get into the story that I'm writing, and that's fun. But it's just sitting down sometimes and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this right now. But I'm not too bad today, so we're not going to complain, and I'm going to try to see how many words I can write within 2 hours and 15 minutes before I have to go into work. So I'll get back to you all in a little bit. Okay, really quick update before I start getting ready for work, but I wrote 1,349 words today, which brings, so 1,349 for today, which brings my total up to 16,170, and words remaining 33,830. So I didn't hit my 1667, which I wanted to do, but I'm still above what I need to hit today, and I might write a little bit tonight. We'll see how that goes, but I gotta get ready to work, so I'll see you all either later tonight or tomorrow. Day 10 of NaNoWriMo. Yesterday, there was no snow. And now, I hate my life. Good old Canada and snow. I cannot stand snow. I would like snow if it only showed up for like Christmas until like New Year's. That's it. About a week worth of snow, I'd be happy. It's not that case at all. Yesterday, though, it was crazy. There was no snow at all. You could still see the grass and everything. Like there literally was not like a speck of snow anywhere. And now I showed you how crazy it is outside. Like it's horrible. I don't know if you can see if I focus on the outside. Yeah. You can sneeze. That's horrible. That's so bad. But anyway, I have a snowblower, so that made things a lot easier. I used to have to shovel my driveway, and that would take like an hour and 15 minutes. With the snowblower, it's like 25 minutes, plus it's powered, so I just like, not drive it, but I'm pressing a button that makes the wheels turn. So much easier. All right, so anyway, let's get back to the writing. Day 10, it is currently 1:41 p.m. I'm going to write till 2:30 because my brother is down with his girlfriend. So we're going to be hanging out, playing games and stuff like that. Might play some Mario Party. We've got a few board games to do. We're having, I don't know what it's called in English, and I actually forgot the French term. But my mother's doing some kind of supper where we're just eating for 3 hours or something like that. Like it's a bunch of different little things that you eat in a long period of time. So that's a lot of food. Eating for 3 hours, I'm in for that. So let's try to see how much I can write with 50 minutes. This is it's the crunch time. All right, let's see how we do. Quick update before I head out. So it is a little bit past 2:30 now. I wrote 680 words, pretty much within 50 minutes. So that's not too bad. I still wanted to write a little bit more though. I guess I'm greedy like that. But I'm now at 16,850 words. So I'm almost at 17,000. And I will be writing a little bit later on tonight. And I do want to hit another 1,000 words so I can hit my 1667 for the day and a little bit more. So we'll see you back in a bit. Row, right, next row, left, row.
Oh my gosh.
Row. Right. Oh God. Okay, left, right, left.
Do we want to get it or?
Might as well do it. Let's go. Left.
Remember to look.
So this is technically now day 12, because it's a little bit past midnight. I didn't write any more on day 10 on Saturday. Technically a few hours ago on Sunday, I wrote another 900 words, so not bad. And now we're past midnight on day 12. And I want to write at least for an hour to try to see if I can bring up my average of yesterday from, add another 700 words to my 900 from yesterday. So I can hit the 1667. But I'm having such a hard time. I had a great time though, hanging out with my brother and his girlfriend and my mother, and I went on then my dad's side and had a big supper over there. We played a lot of Mario Party, which was hilarious and lots of fun. And we had it's called, in French, it's called raclette, which I don't know what the English translation is, but you basically have, you sit all together at a table and you have, you start cooking everything in the middle of the table, and so you throw on your meats, you throw on your vegetables, and then you have cheese with like everything. I made so many like little baguette grilled cheeses. Like I think I had 7 pieces of like the toast, the little baguettes, and everything else was with cheese. It was so delicious. I think that was like an hour long or something like that. And I wish I would have like recorded some of it, but I didn't even think of it. I did record at least a little bit of Mario Party. But yeah, I had a blast. But I just didn't have the writing juices flowing at the time, and it was like I would be like, oh, I don't want to do this right now, but I'd sit in front of the computer and then I'd start writing. At least I wrote like 680 words I think on Saturday and like 900 words Sunday, and now it's Sunday night, technically Monday early morning. Let's see if I can write another 1,000 words or 700 words to get my goal for yesterday. All right, let's see how this goes. So this is now the end of day 12, and I'm going to make a separate video for this, but that will already be up by the time that you've seen this. But Stanley passed away today, and that hit hard. There haven't been a lot of celebrity deaths that have really affected me too much. I would probably say that the one before this that affected me the most was because that it was a complete shock, and that I had no idea that it was going to happen like that, was when Robin Williams committed suicide. That was hard because he had always been part of my childhood, and just so many laughs, and such a funny man. But Stan Lee, I think, had a much bigger impact on me, and I'll talk about it in the other video, but I'm gonna have to do that. And so I'm done writing for tonight. I didn't write anything yesterday, which is really too bad. But I sat on my computer and I was like, nope, it's just not happening. So I ended up going to bed, and then I didn't get to write anything before work today. And then after work, with Stan Lee's I heard about Stan Lee's passing at work, or just before I went into work. I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, oh, that affected me. And then after work, though, I was able to write 1,000 words, but I'm going to bed now because I still have to make a video for Stan Lee. And I really don't do a lot of things like that. I never really post, rest in peace, this person. But Stan Lee was something completely different for me. He really meant a lot to me. So I'm going to do a video about that too. Yeah, but so anyway, I wrote 1,000 words today, which is good. It's not bad. Which brings me to 18,718, and I should be at 20,000 for the end of the night. But I'm not, which means I have a lot of catching up to do. But that's what I'm planning to do tomorrow after work. So I'm going to go film a video, then I'm going to go to bed, and then tomorrow, hopefully after work, I'm able to catch up on a lot of writing. So I'll see you all then. Day 14, currently 10:28 p.m. I worked this morning. And then at around 8 p.m., I sat in front of my computer and I wrote a little bit. And then I got distracted by so much YouTube. So much YouTube. I only wrote 205 words since 8 p.m. An hour and a half of procrastination. I watched a half-hour long dodgeball game. Why? Why would I want to watch a dodgeball game for half an hour? I've never done this ever in my 32 years on this earth. I'm going crazy here. This is the end of week 2, and I am literally going crazy. I can't I can't see myself doing this for longer than 2 weeks. I'm behind. I have to do the full 30 days. Jeez. I think I just want a break. I want to be able to do something. I ended up getting the Spyro Trilogy for PS4. I pre-ordered that, and I got that today. My girlfriend's super excited. She's going to be playing it this weekend. I might be able to watch and play a little bit. Probably not. I ended up getting a Dreadstar Omnibus. It says it's an omnibus, but it's only 12 issues, so it's actually much smaller than what a regular omnibus would be. But it does say omnibus right there. So it is an omnibus, but 12 issues, it should be, to me, an omnibus is 30 issues or more. Sometimes they're 40 issues, so yeah, this is not really. But the one nice thing is that it is very affordable. It's $30 US, so I think I paid $35 Canadian, and Volume 2 is coming out in January. And you've probably, not a lot of people have heard of Dreadstar. I had never heard of it until I went to a flea market back when I was 10 or something like that, and they had pretty much the full first run of the 20 first issues of Dreadstar, which was really cool because I got to read a lot of them, and they were $1 each or something, so that was really cool. I think, I don't know, maybe Star Wars-ish. That's kind of what this reminds me of, with 2 different political powers that are kind of destroying the universe, and Dreadstar and his crew are kind of trying to stop the war. But yeah, good stuff, and I really want to read that, but nope, watching dodgeball videos instead. Why? So yeah, I'm hoping to write 2,000 words today. it's so I just want a break. I just want to be able to do what I want to do, and what I should do is just get home as soon as I'm done work, write for 2 hours, get my words in, and then I can do whatever I want. But it's so the motivation is not there sometimes. Some days it is. Some days I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm in a writing role right now, and I feel like writing, and then I'm able to put in the words and put in the time. But other days like today and like the last little while, it's been tough. So I'm gonna try to write for an hour and a half, see how far I can get. Hopefully hit 2,000 words or at least 1,667 words. And then I'm going to stop and read Dreadstar for an hour and see how that goes. So I'll see you in a little bit if I don't go crazy. So not exactly where I'd like to be at this point, but I wrote 1,633 words today, which now brings me up to the end of week 2 of NaNoWriMo to 22,436 words. And I now have 27,564 left to go. So by the end of tomorrow, day 15, I should be at 25,000, which means that I'm still quite a bit behind. Well, 2,550-ish. That's not too bad. If I can write a good, I don't know, if I can hit 1667 tomorrow, I'll be happy, because then on Friday and Saturday I'm actually off, and I'm really hoping to get quite a bit of writing done on those 2 days, possibly catch up at that point, or even maybe I would love to use one of those days and actually hit like 4,000 or 5,000. That would be amazing, and so much stress would be relieved at that point. And I could really slow down quite a bit and kind of just do like an hour. I think just a smaller number to attain each day would be a lot more feasible and a lot easier for me. So that's going to be my goal to do on Friday and Saturday of week 3 of NaNoWriMo. So we'll see how that goes. But as of right now, 22,436 for the end of week 2. Not too bad. A little bit behind, but not too bad. So I will see you all in week 3. Hopefully I'm not still watching dodgeball videos, and I'm still somewhat sane by that point. Thank you all for watching. You've been bearded in.
Beardage.